Good morning, you guys. Reagan is currently driving me to the airport. We got a mission today. Well, I have a mission today. I'm going to pick up what will become the tow car for Miles. So I think we've referenced it before, but we are planning on towing a car behind Miles. We kind of decided that the car I was going to get as my replacement of my car that I sold would become the tow car. I'm going to take you guys along on this little journey as I fly out to Philly. I'll actually take a flight from Milwaukee to Newark and then a train from Newark to Philly, and then the guy is meeting me actually at the train station in Philly, which is really nice. He lives about an hour and a half away from Philly. I'm going to take you along and probably talk to you guys about why I chose this car and why we're also deciding to tow a car behind Miles. So enjoy the journey, and we'll see you shortly.
I love you.
I love you.
Be safe.
I will. I'll text you. Bye.
Bye.
Alright, you guys, made it to Newark. Quick little flight, sat on the plane for quite some time before we even took off, which is always lovely, and then sat on the plane some more when we got here, which is always I feel like every time I fly, it just justifies this whole bus thing and how much more enjoyable travel's going to be with the bus. Now I know it has its downsides, but also I think it's going to have a lot of upsides and just not being at the mercy of an airline. But I'm here a little early, got my train ticket. I've actually never taken a long distance train ride in the US, like outside of subway systems in various cities, New York and things like that. I've never taken a long distance train ride. I think I took some when I was abroad, and I studied abroad in college in Chile, but this would be interesting. I think it'd be kind of nice, hopefully a little bit less painful than the airlines. But it is 3:15 now, my train's not until 4:30. So while I'm sitting here, I guess I might as well talk to you guys about why we want to tow a car behind the bus. Our thought is, yes, it's only a 30-foot bus, but it's still a big thing. It's still a very big vehicle. It's not something we want to have to drive every single place we go. Also, there's places where we may be limited by only having a bus. There may be places that we're limited getting to. Part of the reason of us wanting to get a little bit short of a bus was so we could tow a car behind it, and it wouldn't be so much of a huge vehicle, like mega train. It's only going to be like kind of mega train. You know, we want to be able to, we don't want to be limited by the bus and where we can go. And so the car will hopefully alleviate some of that, and being able to go different places that we otherwise wouldn't be able to get to if we only had a bus. We want to flat tow the car. I don't want to put it up on a dolly. I want something all-wheel drive, just because I want something all-wheel drive. And so finding an all-wheel drive car that could also be flat-towed is a requirement for us. Also, I want it to be stick shift. With automatic cars, they can be limited on whether or not they can flat tow. Being a manual car kind of opens up your options a little bit, I believe. So we plan to flat tow it behind the bus.
For terminals A, B, and
So another reason we want to tow a vehicle and not just be limited to the bus is if we need to be in two places at the same time. Now, this isn't necessarily going to happen a whole lot, but there may be situations where I need to go to a job or I need to go work, and maybe Reagan needs to go do something else, or Reagan wants the ability to go do something that day. So one of us will take the bus, one of us will take the car, and it gives us that option of being in 2 different places at the same time, and one of us not having to drive the bus all the time, or both of us not having to drive the bus all the time everywhere we go. So that was a big factor in this whole thing, is the ability to, not have to move the bus anytime we want to move. Being that it's got to be a manual car, it's got to be all-wheel drive, and I didn't want it to be terribly big. But drop your comments below on what you think it is. Don't skip ahead to the end of the video. I'm not going to give it away in the thumbnail. I'm not going to give it away in the caption or title of the video. So drop your comments below right now of what you think the bus might be, or what you think the bus tow vehicle might be. Those of you who know my car history probably can guess what brand it may be, but we'll see if you can guess what it is. And we made it to Philly. First train ride experience, well, kind of. It was good. I think I ended up in the quiet car, which was nice. I mean, it was chill. I wouldn't film more, but I was sitting next to a lady and I didn't want to weird her out. So, I called the guy or messaged him, and he's still like 50 minutes away. So I'm chowing down on some Jersey Mike's. I know Jersey Mike's, I'm in Philly. Should probably be getting a cheesesteak. But I used to love Jersey Mike's in college. And so that's why I had to get Jersey Mike's. But just gonna eat this now while I wait for him. It's actually perfect because now I don't have to stop on the road, lose that efficiency factor. So I'm gonna enjoy this Jersey Mike's, and then we'll see the car. How you doing, man?
Good.
You wanna hop in and go somewhere, or we can probably do it here? It's mine! Finally picked up the car. It's a little dark right now, so I'm not gonna show you guys just yet. I'll show you guys tomorrow. I'm sitting at the Philly train station. Oh, what's up, dude?
I know what I was forgetting.
Yeah.
The license plate.
Oh shit, yeah. Do you have a screwdriver? I have one in my bag. If you want. Yeah.
Yeah, I might have.
The car is mine, but you're not gonna see it yet. I'm gonna get to Dayton. I'm driving to my brother Tommy's place in Dayton. It's kind of a halfway point between Philly and Wisconsin, so that way I don't have to pay for a hotel as well, which is awesome. So thank you, Tommy and Amanda. But I've got like an 8-hour drive there, so I need to get driving. It's 7:15 right now, and who knows what Philly traffic is gonna be like. So that being said, I'm gonna get driving, and I will see you guys in Dayton or tomorrow morning. What's up, you guys? It's currently 3:30 in the morning. It's not gonna focus on that. There we go. 3:30 in the morning. Made it to Dayton, and I'm ready to sleep. Quite tired. Not too eventful of a drive, but I made it, and I was more awake than I thought I was gonna be, thanks to a lot of caffeine. But plan is to wake up at 8 a.m. and finish the trip tomorrow. So see you in the morning. Oh, good morning, Dayton, Ohio. All right, well, got about 4 hours of sleep. Now it's time to make the rest of this journey. I think like 6.5 hours left. Give her the old start. All right, well, we haven't even talked about the car yet, so that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about on the way home, or maybe once we get home. We'll see. It's snowing. There's snow on the ground right now, and it's currently still snowing, so Not sure I want to be worrying about the camera while I'm driving. But who knows, maybe once we get into Wisconsin, that'll be, or closer to Wisconsin, that'll be a different story. So yeah, let's get on the road. Passing through Indianapolis and passing our old exit. This is my first apartment in Indianapolis. Man, good times. Hello to all my friends in Indy. Miss you guys. Driving's going well, as you can see. Sunny, beautiful outside now. Much better than this morning. Way better than this morning as far as weather goes. No snow, which is nice. And I hope it's this way the rest of the trip. But things are going well. Car feels great. Continues to feel great. About to stop here for gas, and then we'll chat. It is time to reveal the car. What did we get? What did we get? What we have here is a 2005 Subaru Outback XT. Not what I was originally planning on getting. I was planning on staying away from the turbo option because turbo just means more parts, more things to fail. But if you guys know my previous car, which here's my previous car. So I had to have something that was still fun, something that still had some get up and go, and so I went with the turbo model. They're known to sometimes have more issues than the non-turbo models, but it's worth it for all the other smiles we're gonna get out of it. Why did I go out to Philly to buy this car? Why would I go out to Philly to buy a car that's 15 years old? Well, for one, they're not super readily available, at least a manual XT, and especially one that's well taken care of. So this car was out in Pennsylvania, had about 119,000 miles on it. Now just crossed 120,000 with this trip. But the reason that I went out there is it's in super good condition. It was garage kept most of its life. The guy I bought it from bought it with a spun bearing, so the motor was shot. He replaced the motor, replaced the turbo, replaced the radiator, replaced the clutch, resurfaced the flywheel, all new rotors and pads, timing belt, water pump. So a lot of major service was done on the car very recently. I mean, I'm still breaking in this clutch as we're driving now. This guy literally did all this work in like December, January. So he had two of these Outback XTs and he just needed to get rid of one. It was a good price, body's in great condition. With all the major service that's been done recently, I felt really good about it and I hopped on it. And the guy was awesome to deal with. Shout out to you, Nick. Nick was awesome to deal with. I found him through Facebook Marketplace, which is where we bought the bus, where I sold my car, where I now bought this car, where I've sold countless car parts. Facebook Marketplace just turns out it's the place to be. But there's a lot of people on Facebook Marketplace that are mostly there to waste your time. And from the very beginning, I didn't get that feeling from Nick, which made me even feel that much better about taking the risk, flying out to Philly to make this transaction. So, I mean, we literally made the transaction outside of the Philadelphia train station. So I don't know how many cars have been purchased outside the Philadelphia train station. We may be the only one. I don't know. I'm sure there's been others, but probably not too many. So big thank you to Nick. He was super, super helpful. And actually, he even helped me source some parts before I even got the car. Nick was super cool. And I mean, he went out of his way to like find these parts and go get them. And he even welded the exhaust. It's kind of a custom exhaust, I guess you could say. It was awesome of him to do that. That's not something I think a lot of people would do. And so just the whole transaction made me feel really good about it. And turns out everything went great. Nick was awesome. He was who he said he was. The car was what he said it was. And that was really, really reassuring. So this meets the criteria for the tow vehicle, obviously. It had to be manual. Had to be all-wheel drive, not terribly big. It is a little bit longer than I was looking at a Forester, which is a little bit shorter, but like, what's the difference of a couple feet? I figured. Plus, I need the room to be able to haul camera stuff around, and you know, before we're even on the bus, and then when we are on the bus, we'll probably haul around stuff with the bus as well, or with the car while we're living on the bus. So really, it just met all the criteria, and it's fun. I'm a little bit north of Indianapolis right now. Got, I think, just a couple more hours to go, maybe 3-4 more hours. We'll see what Reagan's reaction is. She's seen pictures, and she laughs every time she sees it because it's kind of a dad wagon. But we're gonna make it look much better, don't you worry. This car isn't gonna stay looking this way. It's gonna change, it's gonna get some new wheels and tires, it's gonna get tints. Can't spend too much money on it because we gotta fund miles, but gotta have a little fun with it and make it a little bit my own. So let's keep driving, and we'll go to Reagan's reaction probably next, but on the road again. Well guys, I was literally minutes from home and I just got pulled over for having no plates. But of course it's not a problem, I don't think, because I have the title, I have a bill of sale, and you're not supposed to leave your plates on a vehicle when you sell it. So I mean, it's pretty clear. I just bought the car, I've got the title, I've got all the information, so we'll see what happens. But I'm literally minutes from home. I can't tell you how many cops have passed me and done absolutely nothing about it. And then of course I get to Milwaukee and this guy decides he wants to pull me over and do it. So 16 hours later and I finally get pulled over for not having plates. So the cop ended up being super cool about it. Obviously, I tried to know what I was doing and having the right paperwork and knowing that I could drive without plates. I think he just needed to make sure it wasn't a stolen vehicle. Totally get it. But here's Reagan. I'm home, and now it's time to get Reagan's reaction.
You were right, I could hear it. Yeah.
I told you.
It's just as ugly as it is in pictures.
So what's your honest assessment?
I already told you. It's ugly.
Okay.
I think it'll do the job, right?
Are you excited to learn how to drive it?
No, definitely not. I'm more excited to learn how to drive the bus.
Come on, you'll have fun.
Maybe I need a different teacher.
No.
One with a little bit more patience.
No, I'll be patient. I'll be patient.
There's certain angles it looks good from.
Yeah, I mean, it looks better from some angles than others.
Ugly sticker?
I'm gonna debadge it. I'm gonna debadge all of this. I'm gonna take the Subaru off. I'm gonna take the
Why?
Outbacks off. I'm just gonna leave the XT
Why?
because it'll just look better.
It's nice in here.
Yeah, no, it's not bad, right?
Like the radio and everything looks really nice.
Yeah.
Even like nicer than mine.
Except it doesn't have an aux cord.
Well, yeah, but what do you mean?
Yeah, it's the best stereo.
Seat warmers?
Seat warmers.
Oh!
Look at that, luxury.
That's nice. Okay, I like that.